Welcome to another episode of Follow the Brand TV. I am your host, Grant McGaugh, CEO of 5-Star BDM, a 5-star personal brand and business development company. I want to take you on a journey through another deep dive into the world of personal branding and business development using compelling personal stories, business conversations, and tips to improve your brand. By listening to the Follow the Brand TV series, you will differentiate yourself from the competition and build trust with prospective clients and employers. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Make it one that will set you apart, build confidence, and reflect who you are. Building your 5-star personal brand is a great way to improve your skills and knowledge. If you have any questions for me or any of my guests, please email me at grant.mcgaugh@5starbdm.com. Now, let's begin with our next episode on the Follow the Brand TV.
Five-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.5starbdm.com today to learn more.
And then there were 12.
Okay.
And God spoke to me and said, I want you to do a calendar highlighting men. I want there to be men from all walks of life, not just entrepreneurs, not just CEOs of corporations. I want you to bring good fathers, good husbands, good teachers, good coaches, athletes, CEOs, entrepreneurs. I want you physicians, attorneys. Bring them together. They will formulate relationships that they never otherwise would have formulated because we tend to stay in our own circles. So I know what the vision is. I know my instructions. And that's why every year I stretch myself even further.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Follow Brand Podcast. This is Grant McGaugh, and I am honored today, and I will be honored by Project 12. My people in West Palm Beach. I've been in Miami-Dade for 20, 25 years, but I've gotten so much love from the people in West Palm Beach in the last year. It has been phenomenal. And I want you to know, I'm going to bring somebody to the stage who has been highlighting Black professional men for the last 10 years, first doing it in West Palm Beach, and now been doing it for the last 5 years in Broward and Dade She has made a great name for herself. I want you to introduce yourself. Let us know what's going on up there, Miss Moore.
Well, Grant, again, thank you for this opportunity. I'm Shanitria Moore. The name of my company is She Holdings LLC, and my nonprofit is Shay's Community Initiative. And as you mentioned, we have a signature flagship product called Project 12. And Project 12 is an initiative where we highlight Black men of color.
That's what's up. And you say that with such pride and with such conviction. And we've talked about this a little bit because we do a photo shoot. We have to do a photo. It's a whole production that goes on behind the scenes. So we're going to give a little bit behind the scenes look about this incredible journey that you're on. Because this is one of the few years that the Palm Beach people are going to be in the same room with the Broward Dade people. Tell us about this journey about Project 12.
Well, where do I start? Let's start with my why I do it. So I would get very, very, is the word despondent when you're just so disgusted, when something just bothers you at the core, when I would see different things in the media depicting the Black male in a negative light. Now, not those that have done crimes or things that they should be convicted of. But one thing particularly that stood out to me was George Floyd and some other situations that I had seen. And it was really because of the devaluing of a Black man's life. You know, just the fact that someone would think it was okay to kill someone on national TV or ignore the cry out for help, or, you know, it's just that, you know, going into the rooms and shoot. It was just a whole collaboration of things, Grant, that made me have this urgency of I need to put things in the media or forms of advertising highlighting Black men to counteract the negative message depicting to our next generation of men that Black men lives does not matter, and they do matter. They are important. Just imagine you being a young man and you're waking up and you're seeing this on the TV and you're hearing this on the radio. All you keep seeing and hearing is people disvaluing what you look like.
Yes.
And so, listen, it had nothing to do with your financial status. I saw somewhere where Tyler Perry got stopped for no reason. It's because it's like Black man waking up.
Yeah.
And it really bothered me. I have a degree, my background is marketing and advertising. And so actually at the Faith Center in Fort Lauderdale, the minister is Bishop Henry Fernandez. On a Wednesday night, I was going to church. I was actually driving to Fort Lauderdale to go to church every week. And Bishop Fernandez was out of the country, and he had one of his assistant pastors preaching. And in the middle of the Bible study message, it was on a Wednesday. I believe the date was May 17th, Wednesday, 2014. And it was just like a movie screen. You know how they have the credits at the end of the movie where they go across or they go up?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I saw, and then there were 12.
Okay.
And God spoke to me and said, I want you to do a calendar highlighting men. I want there to be men from all walks of life, not just entrepreneurs, not just CEOs of corporations. I want you to bring good fathers, good husbands, good teachers, good coaches, athletes, CEOs, entrepreneurs. I want you physicians, attorneys, bring them together. They will formulate relationships that they never otherwise would have formulated, because we tend to stay in our own circles. But when you bring a group of men together from different backgrounds and circles, they formulate relationships. New things are bonding. And so that's my why, and that's when it actually was birthed.
Well, and I was a witness to this why, because that's exactly what happened. I knew some people from a distance. Some people I did know personally. I hadn't seen them in a little bit. So when we came up for the photo shoot, it was like a family reunion to a certain degree. Even with people I really didn't know, we all just naturally started talking to one another. Well, what are you doing? What's happening? How can we help each other? All those things naturally started happening. And it was a good feeling, a very, very good feeling. I really, really appreciate being a part of Project 12. There is no doubt about it. I insisted that you come on this show because we got to tell more people about what's happening, especially in our communities and in West Palm Beach. Now, you have a whole selection process. You talked a little bit about that, where, you know, you could be from any walk of life, whatever you are doing, but there's a selection process because we're talking about 12 people in one county and 12 people in actually dual counties in Broward and Dade. How do you go about that selection process?
So I'm glad you brought that up because that's very important. I know the structure behind this has to do with I'm a military veteran. So I have to have some type of structure. I want people to know I'm not pulling out a list and saying, oh, he's going to be in the calendar this year or he this year or that year, whatever. That's not how it works. So we have a nomination process where people from the community, when I first started, I used to have my council nominate because I have to know people that know things about these people that we're highlighting. Okay, so in the earlier days, my council, I have a council of women who would nominate the guys. And then when they would nominate them, we would meet, we would talk about them, we would give that council member an opportunity to vouch, yay or nay for that person, and then everybody would vote on their own. I would tally the votes, and whoever had the most votes win. It's been like that. It's an authentic system, and I like it, and I sleep really good at night because of it. Now we open up a few years back, anybody can nominate, but we still have the council of women, 7 women that vote. Again, we meet like we're on a Zoom. We meet on a Zoom. I read whatever the nomination form states. I read who nominated. Anyone that's on that Zoom, they may have had some relations or dealings with them in the community. You know, they'll be like, I know them. They've been doing this awesome work in the community. Such as yourself, Delisa Yvonne. He's a great guy. He's doing this. I saw you on the panel here in West Palm Beach. So people can vouch. And then again, out of the list, the women would pick their top 12. And again, I tally the votes. It's not Shanitra's favorites. In fact, some people that I have nominated have not gotten in the calendar, you know, because I don't pressure the women one way or another. It's very authentic. And you can take one of those women in the corner when you get to the reception and ask them, and they'll all tell you the same. It's a very authentic process. Again, I think it's I'm comfortable with it. I think it's an old school way, but I think it's the best way. And you know, a lot of guys I get to meet because I have good women around me that are on the council, and that I'm not everywhere. People think I'm everywhere, but I'm not everywhere. I can't know every good person. So that's why I have them on the council to help me with the selection process. So like in Palm Beach, we received 61 nominations, Grant.
Yeah.
We received 61 nomination forms. 41 of those were unique, which means there were about 20 duplicates where somebody nominated the same person.
Got it.
But we have 41 unique, and we had to choose 12 out of those 41. So we had maybe like a 2 or 3 hour Zoom call where we had to go through everyone, give everybody their due process. And then, you know, whoever had the most votes at the end, we do the same process in Broward as well. So that's how the selection process goes. And people can be renominated if they got nominated this year, did not make it this year. They can be renominated again for next year and may be selected. And that's happened in previous years as well. I tell people, you will be featured when it's your right time to be featured.
That's a good question. I don't know if I could have predicted the journey that I'm on, but I'll definitely say this: do not give up. I think what happens is a lot of times people can hit barriers. They can be discouraged. Everyone's journey doesn't necessarily look the same. Some people may say they want to be in this particular role, and things as it relates to timing and expectations may not all match up. But I say this: do not give up. continue to press forward. And, I also would recommend find people that are doing the thing that you want to do. If the situation allows, build relationships there. I think that will give you some insights and an opportunity to maybe get some guidance. I think you need to get an education. If you want to get to the role where you're managing, other teams, building teams, having to translate the language from the technology into maybe the business so that the business can understand. You have to translate some of that. You do have to get an education. So I always do say you have to prepare so that when the opportunity comes, you can execute.
Leadership development of anything. Like the hardest part of, I guess, any job is the people aspect. It's not necessary. You could teach somebody technical skills, but like having IQ is very important in regards to how you deal with different people from different personalities. I mean, I've read several different books coming through my career, such as Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And also the other ones is finding like common ground within a room when you meet with individuals as well. Like in my early part of my career when I worked at PwC, one of the things is, and I would say is very beneficial, we worked on so many different clients and met so many different people that I was basically every week or every month, I was at a different organization. I'm sitting in front of an executive. So that level of exposure kind of brought some level of comfort to me. And you got to think about it. Those same individuals that are actually in those higher positions at one point in time in their career, they were you. So they're looking at you at some point in time. And sometimes you just got to be you and have conversations, and you may look at something in a room and find a common ground and build a conversation around that.
That is a fact. And it's not unique to a person from Nigeria or other African countries. It's clearly the same construct that African Americans have right here. And there are different layers of barriers that one is confronted with that are related to one's race, one's ethnicity, and one's background. But fundamentally, it's no secret that in this country, there is a painful legacy of inequities across all domains of society, be it educational opportunities, being access to quality healthcare, housing and economic security, access to capital for upward economic mobility. That is a fact that is undisputable. And all people of our backgrounds have the longest, all African Americans have the longest exposure to those inequities.
Hey, I love the process. I like it. And I know there's a giant impact in the community behind it, because this is now becoming it has been annual, but it's like anticipated. People want to know. They want to see how it's a brand new year. Wow, who's going to be in the calendar? What's this going to look like? You've got a great reception that takes place. But let's talk about the impact on the community. Are you making a difference? Have you heard from others over this decade of time? And what has that message been?
Well, first, from the guys themselves, many have come up and said, you make me want to do more. So that right there is, I mean, that's rewarding. And you mentioned it right off the bat, relationships. Some of these guys are still having relationships with one another from 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But what I typically do, Grant, is I want to impact the next generation of men with showing them, if Grant could do it, you can do it. If he can do it, you want to be an anesthesiologist? Sure, you can be a Black anesthesiologist. You want to be a CEO? Sure. So I typically at these events, I have mentoring male groups to attend. I want them to see what excellence looks like. And that's one of the reasons why I work really hard to make sure it is an event and it's a publication that everyone's proud of. They will never, ever, ever get rid of that publication that has Papa on it.
Yes.
Or my dad, or my uncle. It's just like the old Jet magazines, Grant. My auntie was featured in that. They go in the drawer and pull it out at the bottom of the drawer and show that picture. This is me when I was back in my day. And so the guys do that as well. And we want to make sure it's a quality publication, a quality event, and something meaningful so that they will remember and be proud of it. But I have different groups. At one year I had a group of young Black male students that want to be physicians. I have other mentoring groups. I actually have a group of young women that come to these events you'll see it at the event, that come and assist to show them what it's like to treat our men. We're in a society where, I'm an independent Black woman, but I understand the power of having a powerful Black man. Yes. And honoring our men. And it's nothing like strengthening our men. We need our men. But we're in a society where society will make you feel like you don't need nothing.
True. True. And we all need each other.
All parts need to work fitly together and together. So we have these mentoring groups come to the event so they can see firsthand. They can experience excellence. They can see, this guy is this and that. And so we give out scholarships. Yes. We do give out scholarships. And so male and female, but I've given out more young men scholarship because this is all about changing the imagery of the Black male to the next generation of Black men. And so working together to do that.
Oh, well, that's a great statement. And that's the mission. You just stated it over and over again, the why and the vision and what you're doing. I want to take you back a little bit. Take you back because you told a great story. And I know you got some other great stories, some great moments. We even talked like, hey, what else is, I thought this was the first year that Broward had come together, and Dade, I know Broward and Dade's been together, but then Palm Beach in the same room. It's like, oh, no. We had some other events that they all did come together. Talk about some of your favorite moments.
Well, the other time that we actually brought everyone together, it wasn't by choice. It was because of what was going on. And you bring up a very valuable point. There were times, especially during COVID, that I had the opportunity, you say, you know what, we'll skip this year. But because of my mission and my why, I felt it was so important to be consistent. And so I did whatever I needed to by any means possible to make sure that we can say that for the last consecutive 10 years, we have put out a publication in Palm Beach and 5 years in Broward. So during the peak of the COVID, everybody was afraid. People were like, nobody's going to come out to no event. So we used the park here, John Prince Park, right here in Lake Worth. And I combined the events where we had a drive-up movie. I had the guy who actually does the screens for Jazz in the Gardens, bring those 2 big screens. We had a stage, and they tune into a radio station. So I had a little section set up. When they would drive up, they would get their publication. Palm Beach would get Palm Beach, Broward would get Broward. If they wanted to get an extra one, they would pay for it. But whatever county they were representing, I had a nicely boxed couture box of hors d'oeuvres. I gave out and something to drink, water or juice or soda. And we told them what station. We gave them the information on the station. The sponsors were advertised on the screen. We had a screen slideshow so that the sponsors' logos were on the screen. We had a couple of sponsors that came in person that spoke on the mic, and we honored the guys right there in the park, live and living colors. I actually, it was during the day, and I remember one of the guys, the recipients at that time, Jerome Hutchinson from Macaba. Yeah. He was like, I'm impressed with the quality, because it was during the day. You never know how those screens are going to act. True. But you pay for what you get. It needed to be clear as much money as those screens cost. Yeah. He was like, the brilliance of the screens and the quality and how clear it was. So we made it happen. And they came together for that event in 2021.
a groundbreaking digital platform offers streaming videos and podcasts with content to enhance your career, business, and lifestyle success. Get insights from industry-leading experts, entrepreneurs, executives, and thought leaders. iKaba TV covers career development, business strategies, wealth creation, personal growth, and luxury lifestyle. Be a part of the iKaba global community as we elevate our talent, skills, and knowledge. iKaba World Network TV, amplifying our unlimited potential and showcasing our greatness. Do you have a show for iKaba TV? Join the iKaba World Network and submit your existing podcast or streaming show. iKabaWorldNetwork.com.
I've had the opportunity to serve large academic health systems to private not-for-profit health systems. But what hasn't changed, Grant, is the focus on the people. So my story is one of accountability, putting people first, building strong physician relationships, and making sure that our organization is effective and stable and successful so we can serve our community and support our staff to be successful and achieve their personal and professional goals as well. For those that are listening in the healthcare field, look to make a difference and look around and make sure you're having an impact on those you serve. Take the initiative, go outside the four walls of your organization. Don't just wait until they get sick and they need us. Go out and see what you can do to learn about the organization and be a strong partner to the community and the people in the community.
But it was Haynes Rice who said to me in 1975, Cliff, there's a real future in health law, and you ought to check it out. Now, and I will tell you, in 1975, there was no such a thing as health law.
Right.
My firm started in 1974, and it was working in the health area, but it didn't consider itself a health law firm because there was no such a thing. I'm working on now is how we combine health equity and value-based purchasing in the Medicaid space so that we create incentives for people to address the issues about which healthcare, health inequity exist.
transformative nature of education. Listen, I have no doubt in my mind of what my life would have been had I stayed home. I see it when I travel, when I go back home. So I know the transformative nature. I have to tell you, I have to tell you, I just love education. I want our students to identify that they are in a school of science, computing, and artificial intelligence. And I want them to understand that this is where the future is. So our goal is to make sure that all the students eventually graduate data literate.
That's a wonderful event. And I know Jerome really, we call him Hutch. That's
Hutch.
Hutch. I work with Hutch a lot, and I am impressed. I was wondering why he went to West Palm Beach so often. Now I know why. No, it has been wonderful. You've had your influence in the community stands out. It stands out, and I have been a witness already to some of the pageantry, I'll even call it that I can see how this is going to look. I want you to explain to the audience when you're having what's going to happen here in Boca. I know it's going to be in Boca West, and the audience and how I think there's like 300-400 people are going to be there. Give us an understanding of what this is going to look like.
So I start, and you said, let's do the background. And I start by making sure our recipients understand how special they are. Now, some of you guys have professional photos, but I want the photos to look the same. That's part of the ambiance of the book, making sure it's top notch, right? That you got the same photographer. All the pictures look the same. So we start with giving you guys a one-on-one photography session. And then we do the cover where you get to meet some of the other guys if you don't happen to pass one another in your one-on-one session. So now you guys are starting to know each other. You've seen each other on paper, on the flyer, but now you're shaking hands. You may have made some connections. You may have met for lunch. I've had some of the guys up here in Palm Beach that met on last Friday. They've already met for lunch. They're from the same country, whatever it may be. So we do that, and we make you guys feel real good before the event. So at the event, it's a networking event. It's a networking reception. So when we get there, the first part of the event, we'll have stations. We're going to have a pasta station. We're going to have a turkey. I think it's lamb too. We got some good food we're going to have there.
Yeah,
so we'll have these different stations. People will still be networking. They'll find their tables. We got a DJ. So this is the whole ambiance. The first part of the event, you'll be networking, shaking hands, kissing babies, as I say, with your people you haven't seen, your constituents. People will be flipping through the magazine. Look, you guys love yourself more than we love ourselves. They'll be flipping. I put out the posters from all the years. So previous recipients, they're over there taking pictures with their poster, especially if they want the cover. You guys will have a poster with the cover on it. That'll be actually the first time you see the cover. So you're normally really excited about that. They're taking pictures by the poster. And then we'll start the program. The program, I try to keep these things lean and mean because, Grant, we go to a lot of these things. And I like to value people's time because it's the one thing you can never go back and get is time. So we have this part, we do the networking part. We start the program where we hear from the sponsors or whoever we may have on program. I'm going to do like a roll call with the previous years. It's a reunion. We're celebrating a reunion. We'll have them stand up or come up to the front of the stage. I played some theme music. We make it fun and interacting. Here I go. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever it may be. And maybe that it may be some just different theme music. It's a lot of fun. And then I have to put the previous recipients off the stage and tell them, this is not your day, okay? I had to do that last year. Now go back to your seats. This is not your day. You already had your day. So we just have a lot of fun. And then we'll start. We have each recipient will come up on stage. We give you an award. I have a photographer with the for photo ops for each recipient. You come up, and then after each one in your group, I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do Broward or Palm Beach first. It doesn't matter because it's gonna be moving anyway, based on what we got going on in the program. At the end, you guys take a group picture with your awards. We're gonna do that twice, so I have to really manage my time. After we do that, I have door prizes. If anyone wants to donate door prizes, the Kravitz Center here at the Performing Arts normally give me great shows. We give out door prizes, and I tell everybody, see you next year. Thank you for your support. It's just a fun, good time. It's a fun time with a purpose, and people leave out of there with a lot of contacts and new relationships.
I can understand that, and I've seen that. I feel the momentum going in. That's why I wanted to make sure you got on our show, because we have a great following, especially in the South Florida area, but it's also worldwide. And we want to see if you might be able to take this show on the road. Because of what you put together. We put you out there. I can see Tampa, maybe Orlando. What are your plans for growth?
Well, while saying that, we do need corporate support, so we are still asking for support for corporate sponsors. Again, this is covering the Tri-County, South Florida area. You're talking about from Palm Beach South, Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. So if you want to get in front of this audience, before I go on to let you know our future plans, please reach out, because not only is it going to be a printed publication, it's a digital version as well. We've worked something out where the Urban League of Palm Beach is going to actually host it on their site. So we're reaching out to some other community partners to actually place this publication link on their homepage. We want to draw more attention to the positive images and what people are doing right here in our local community. So my mission this year is to really get it really out on a lot of different platforms digitally. We have the hard copy just for a keepsake, but just making this thing go global digitally to show these people that are doing some powerful things here in South Florida. Now, I do have plans to go to Dallas, Texas. The cities are already picked out. After that, New Jersey. After that, come back through Atlanta. Why I'm doing those cities? They were just given to me when I wrote out my vision and everything. Those are the plans. I would like to do Dallas at least even 2025. So I had planned on being in Dallas by this year, but again, some things set back, and a lot of things push things back. And so now our goal is to be in Dallas, Texas, 2025, 2026 at the latest.
Well, we want to help you. And I like that call to action. We've got to get our communities involved. Yes. And that means our corporate sponsors, our corporate community, our government, different entities that are here. And because I've noticed, and I'm very proud of my class of people that are joining me here.
Yes.
In Broward. I saw a lot of them just yesterday. And I'm like, we're talking about the mayor of Miramar. We've got some commissioners. We've got City of Miami Gardens representing. I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay. And then we have Grant McGaw. I am very, very honored to be a part of this, and that I've been recognized in the community for the work that we're doing, especially with Follow the Brand, and that we've gotten some recognition. We're now a You got recognized in 2023 as the top personal brand podcast in the world, top 10, which was
Awesome.
wonderful.
Congratulations.
And that's because people like yourself are doing things in the community with visibility, with meaning, with a story that resonates with people. And they like, wow, okay, this is what I've been talking. I've seen so many people, I've never had this happen before, but this year, I've had several people that I don't even know say, Grant, I don't see this anywhere, this type of content. Kind of content. I tune into you before I go turn on just regular television or anything like that. It's because you're giving me the content I want to know about. I want to know what's happening in my community and what's going on and what's important and what I can do to get better. So there's a lot of empowerment here. So I love Project 12. And you just told us, how that came about, the vision that came to you and how you're living your why. There's another thing that you stated to me. I think it's important to understand because I already know my ladies are out there saying, well, where's our calendar?
Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaw explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
Five-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.fivestarbdm.com today to learn more.
I hear it all the time. But one thing you'll know, and you may have observed that about me already, Grant, the few times you've been around, I have to stay focused. This is not an easy task. It's not easy, but it's necessary. And so I know what the vision is. I know my instructions. And that's why every year I stretch myself even further, even the different venues. I left my corporate job in March of last year. I was doing all of this, working a full-time jobs in sales, having to maintain numbers. And I'm looking at myself now like, how did I do that? It was my why and it was necessary. I was burning both ends of the candle because it still needed to be done. And so I'm finding myself, I do it full time now, but it's like, you got to keep grinding, you got to keep grinding, you got to keep grinding because it's necessary. It has to happen. And so when you know that this is your calling and this is your assignment, you just do what you got to do. And I can't be deviated by my beautiful sisters who want to be Mr. December or Mrs. December or Miss. They're like, girl, I want to be, and I'm in a sorority. Sorry, I want to be Miss Jane. Well, I'm sorry. I got to stick with the plan at hand. And when you stick with the plan at hand, you can go back to the source, which God gave me this plan, and he always makes it happen. Always. So the 12 also, and I'll mention this at the event, Jesus had 12 disciples. I know different people, and I'm not trying to get religious on people or anything, but this is how this was formulated. And they were from all walks of life. They were carpenters, tax collectors, and that's why he said 12. But there's another important reason why 12. 12 represents government and structure. 12 is the numerical system that we use on day to day. There's 12 hours in a day. There's 12 months in a year. So there's a whole background why it's called Project 12. And our men being the backbone of Project 12, government and structure.
You have said that. I want people to understand this is not an event. This is a movement.
Yeah.
You have a movement and you are inspired. You are inspired, and you definitely have inspired me. And I want to inspire the entire community. I can't wait for this to go on the show on the road out there in Dallas, coming all the way back around to the ATL, right? I can already hear like I'm gonna be in that first calendar. I already know it. I already get my nominations going. And so this has been wonderful. I want you to tell the audience, give us some logistics. Tell us when, we need to know where, we need to know how to get, where can I get a ticket? Give me a website. What do we do?
We need your support. We need more cheerleaders in the audience. So you can reach us at sheholdingsllc.com. And when you go on that homepage, it'll show you actually a video of our previous events that we've had, a couple of them, not all of them on there, but a couple of them. And then you can go, it'll show you where you can purchase tickets. You can email me if you're interested in being a sponsor. Grant, we forgot to mention this is on the brisk of Black History Month.
That's right.
So you have those companies and corporations that say, we acknowledge Black History Month. We want to support you. This is a great opportunity for you to do that. Whether you want to support us with an advertisement, or you want to support us by coming to the event, we will appreciate it because the event is actually February 3rd, which is kicking off Black History Month. But you can reach us at sheholdingsllc.com, which is our website, or you can reach me at 561-632-6051. I'm on LinkedIn as Shanitria Moore. I'm on Facebook as Shanitria Moore. And, just reach out. We're just excited, and we thank you in advance for any support that you may have. We do scholarships. If you want to donate to our scholarship fund, if you say, Shanitria, our company wants to give out scholarships. I've had people, I have a lady who donates to the scholarship fund in order of her mother who's passed. And so she donates $1,000 a year to go towards her mother in honor of her mother towards scholarship. So we can customize it to work, to meet the needs of your specific needs.
And again, this is going to be this year. It'll be in Boca Raton, Is it Boca West?
Boca West Country, beautiful. It's gorgeous. I don't know if you've ever been there, Grant.
I have.
Gorgeous.
Been well, though.
Oh, so you've been there. It's
Oh, yeah.
Boca West Country Club. We'll be there at 11:30. I got another little surprise. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to see it when you get there.
Okay.
So at the Boca West Country Club, they're a beautiful facility, great hostess. Reach out if you have an event and tell them Shanitria sent you from Project 12. So it's going to be at the Boca West Country Club at 11:30 on Saturday, February the 3rd, kicking off Black History Month.
That is
Your
so,
history, our history.
that you said it. That's a close. That's a mic drop moment right there, right? We're kicking off Black History Month with Project 12. We are going to do it right. It's going to be wonderful. I got my table. I got my people already coming out, man. We got our. This is the first of many opportunities for us to actually come together as a community. No matter where you are at and what you are doing, you have an opportunity to grow and to prosper, and that's what I want to see us do here. And I want to invite your entire audience. They can tune into all the episodes on Follow the Brand at 5-Star BDM. That's B for Brand, D for Development, Infomasters.com. You're going to find 130 other individuals that have told their story in many, many different areas, whether it's technology innovation, whether it's career and business development, if it's financial empowerment, it's about executive presence and brand mastery. All these things are there for you. We have built a knowledge share for our people to tune in for the same exact reason why you're doing Project 12. We need to elevate and educate our community on the things that we're doing. And this has been wonderful. Yes. So I will see you soon.
Absolutely. And thank you again for the opportunity. I don't take it lightly when people offer me an opportunity to speak on their platform. You paid a price for your audience and to build your brand and your platform. And I understand that being a brand builder myself. So I don't take it lightly. I appreciate this opportunity. I look forward to us having a phenomenal, I don't want to say it's a party, but networking with the plan, and having a good time, honoring people, appreciating people, and developing relationships along the way. So thank you again.
All righty. All right. Thank you very much. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
And capabilities, obviously you got to be capable, but it's all about relationships. So if you don't have individuals in the organization that you can see as your mentors and more importantly, your sponsors, and you're not asking and cultivating those relationships, then a lot of us get frustrated and we tend to think that it then becomes, oh, well, they don't want to promote because I'm a woman or I'm Black or I'm uneducated. Well, a lot of those executives don't have post-secondary degrees. You have people at the lower level that have more degrees than some of the people at the top echelons of the business. Because we think if we go get more degrees, that's going to somehow validate that we're qualified for the position. Well, don't stop doing that because education is important, but you got to build those relationships. And that whole process taught me the importance of establishing relationships with people who ultimately became my sponsors in that organization and help to start to now pull me through those executive levels.
If like we could actually program our kids to go out and kill another Black man because they heard it on the lyrics, we could actually program to go up and hug a Black man and compliment him on his shoes, what he's wearing, and just realize that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, my brother.
Yeah.
And just portray that in a whole attractive entertainment, art. Grant, that is my mission.
I released my first book last October. It's entitled From Wishing to Winning. And I offer 21 approaches to unleashing long-lasting success. You have a lot of books that stay in time and they give you pointers on how to succeed and how to be successful, but there's a difference in being successful, and then there's a stark contrast in being successful versus sustaining long-lasting success.
But man, I tell you, passion will actually open the door for you.
Okay.
Attitude will open the door for you. And so I eventually, there was a performance management, new performance management director position at Palmtran. And I'm sitting there as an temp, I'm doing dispatch. But something about you tells you, you were made for greatness, and you have the background, you have the preparation. I tell my kids all the time, success is when opportunity meets preparation. Well, the opportunity came, and I was already prepared, so I went for it, and I got it.
Yes.
I mean, I actually beat out transit professionals for that job because I didn't know transit, but I knew performance. I knew what it took for an organization to have high performance. So I did that at Palmtran for 2 years, working under the very, very charismatic leader, Clinton Forbes, at Palmtran. And it's interesting because we made such a mark on creating the Palmtran STAT program, which is all about metrics and performance, that his boss, Virginia Baker, who is the accounting administrator for Palm Beach County, said, I want that for the whole county.
Tune in for our next show or click on our website at www.5starbdm/followthebrandtv. Thank you. Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius.